Hello and welcome to Sanatan Devita, Eternal Divinity. And I am Padam Gupta. We are starting a new series, Life and Legacy of Swami Vivekanand. The spiritual and the family backgrounds. Swami Vivekanand saved Hinduism and saved India. But for him, we would have lost our religion and would have not gained our freedom. We therefore owe everything to Swami Vivekanand. May his faith, his courage, and his wisdom ever inspire us so that we keep safe the treasures we have received from him. These words of Sri Raja Gopalachari, the noted patriot and statesman, philosopher of India. Indeed, put in a nutshell, the tremendous contribution Swami Vivekanand has made to the national life of India and for the preservation of the Hindu religion. But the Swami greatness transcends all worldly achievements. These were only very partial expression of his transcendental greatness, an idea of which we get from a vision his great master Sri Ramakrishna had about him even before the two met. The master said about this vision, one day I saw that through Samadhi, my mind was going up by a luminous path. Going beyond the gross world started with the sun, the moon, and the stars. It entered first of all into the subtle world of ideas. The more it began to enter into subtler and subtler strata of that realm, the more did I see beautiful forms of deities existing on the both sides of the path. It came gradually to the last extremity of that region. I saw a barrier of light from there separating the realism of the divisible from that of the indivisible. Leaping over it, the mind enters by degree the realm of the indivisible. I saw that there was no more any person or form or thing there having a form. As if afraid to enter there, even the gods and goddesses possessing heavenly bodies exercise their authority over realms far below. But the very next moment I saw 7 wise rishis having bodies consisting of divine light only. Seated there in Samadhi, I felt that in virtue and knowledge, love and renunciation, they have excelled even the gods and goddesses, not to speak of human beings. Astonished, I was pondering over their greatness when I saw before me that a part of the homogeneous mass of the light of the award of the indivisible, devoid of the slightest tinge of difference, had become solidified and converted into form of a divine child, coming down to one of those rishis and throwing its soft and delicate arms around his neck. The divine child embraced him and afterwards, calling him with his ambrosial words sweeter than the music of the veena, made great efforts to wake him up from his samadhi. The rishi woke up at the delicate and loving touch and looked at the wonderful child with half-shut eyes, free from blinking. Seeing his bright face full of delight at the sight of the child, I thought that the child was the treasure of his heart and that their familiarity was a matter of eternity. The extraordinary divine child then expressed infinite joy and said to him, I am going, you must come with me. The Rishi said nothing at the request, but his loving eyes expressed his hearty consent. Afterwards, looking on the child with loving eyes, he entered again into Samadhi. Astonished, I then saw that a part of the mind and body of that Rishi, converted into a form of a bright light, came down to the earth along the river's path. Hardly had I seen Narendra, that is Swami Vivekanand of later days, for the first time when I knew he was that Rishi. Asked one day about the identity of the child of the vision, the master disclosed that it was he himself. Leaving aside this suprasensual background of the personality known as Swami Vivekanand, his worldly origin has to be traced to the ancient and well-known caste family of Dattas of Calcutta. Ram Mohan Datta, the great-grandfather of the Swami, was a flourishing lawyer in that city. He has amassed much wealth and commanded great respect in society. His son Durga Charan, now an inheritor of the immense wealth, developed spiritual interest from his boyhood and renounced worldly life to become a sannyasi in his youth, leaving behind a young son, Vishwanath, aged 3, to perpetuate the line of Vishwanath Datta, and his wife Bhuvneshwari was born Narendranath Datta, who became famous under the name of Swami Vivekanand. Unlike his father, who had renounced worldly life and become a sannyasi, Vishwanath was not spiritually inclined, but he was not a noble-minded gentleman and a connoisseur of music and other fine arts. A master of English and Persian, he was fond of the Bible and the works of the Persian poet Hafiz. Though he was a grave and serious demeanor, he was possessed of wit and humor. He was above all noted for his generosity, which made him spend lavishly for others and bring that wealthy family the verge of poverty at his demise. Narendra was born of him and Bhuvneshwari on the 12th of January 1863. It is said that the family being devoid of any male child, the mother Bhuvneshwari made special worship of Lord Vishweshwara, Shiva of Kashi, and that Narendra was born as a result of a prayer to the Lord. Hare Krishna will continue as a boy of extraordinary